What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. A couple of weeks back, I made a video covering all of the details for Squirtle Community Day Classic, and today is the day. So in today's video, I'll be going over a couple of tips so that you can make the most of this community day. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So before we hop into the actual tips, since I did make this video quite some time ago, as a recap, Community Day does start today, Sunday, June 9th at 2 p.m. local time and will go until 5 p.m. local time. Me personally, it's currently 10:30 in the morning, so I have a couple of hours to prepare for this day. Of course, our featured Pokemon is going to be Squirtle, who will be available as a shiny and will be spawning more frequently in the wild with those boosted shiny odds. For bonuses, we can expect a 1/4 hatch distance for eggs that are placed in incubators during the event, which is going to be very handy if you have a lot of 12-kilometer eggs, especially if you want to get Stardust on top of that. But like I said, we'll hop into the actual tips in a second. Your incense is going to be lasting for 3 hours, as well as your lures, and we are also going to be getting little snapshot bonuses for a chance at extra encounters as well. Like I mentioned, Squirtle will be available as a shiny, and we will have those boosted shiny odds, so if you did want a comparison as to the difference between regular Squirtle and shiny Squirtle, it is a little bit hard to tell. So this is regular Squirtle, he's a little bit of a darker blue, whereas shiny Squirtle is going to be a little less saturated, with the differences then being a lot more noticeable when it evolves into Wartortle and of course Blastoise, since they turn into like a purple color. And of course, you're probably going to want to evolve your Squirtles into Blastoise, so you are going to need 25 candies to go from Squirtle to Wartortle, and then you're going to need 100 candies to go from Wartortle to Blastoise. So make sure that you're getting your pineapple berries. All of this information that I am going over has been neatly packaged by the PokemonGoHub.net, so if you were looking for a perfect IV Squirtle, they do have an entire little IV chart so that you can see what the IVs would be for what level Squirtle in order to find the perfect IV. So for example, if you do run into a level 15 Squirtle in the wild, you are going to be looking for a combat power of 405 for the perfect IV, and so on. Like I said, if you did want to take a closer look at this perfect IV chart, it is available for you on the PokemonGoHub.net. However, keep in mind that a level 50 Squirtle is going to max out at a combat power of 1069. And of course, we can't forget that we are getting a featured attack during this Community Day Classic, so any Squirtle that you do evolve all the way up to Blastoise during Community Day will know the Charged Attack Hydro Cannon, which has a power of 80 in trainer battles and a power of 90 in gyms and raids. And one of the most fun parts of this Community Day Classic is that you will be able to find field research tasks that'll get you encounters with Squirtle wearing sunglasses, so you will have the chance to catch Squirtle Squad Squirtle. And just look at how cute they are. We do also have the typical $1 special research storyline, which for step 1, your tasks are going to be number 1, make 5 nice throws, which will reward you with 15 Pokeballs. Number 2 is going to be catch 15 Squirtle, which will get you a Squirtle encounter. And number 3 is going to be power up a Pokemon 10 times, which will earn you 20 Squirtle candies. Once you finish step 1, you will be rewarded with 3,000 Stardust, another encounter with Squirtle, and an incense. For step 2, your first task is going to be to transfer 10 Pokemon, which will reward you with 10 pineapple berries. You will also have to catch 15 Squirtle, which will get you another Squirtle encounter, and evolve 3 Squirtle, which will get you 30 Squirtle candy. After completing step 2, you'll be rewarded with 4,500 XP, another encounter with Squirtle, and an incubator. In step 3, you'll have to make 3 great curveball throws, which will reward you with 15 great balls. You will also have to catch 15 Squirtle, which will reward you with an encounter with Sunglasses Squirtle, with your final task for step 3 being evolve 1 Wartortle, which will award you with 50 Squirtle candy. Once you've completed step 3, you'll be rewarded with 4,500 Stardust, a Wartortle encounter, and a Rocket Radar. And for your final step, you'll be able to claim all of your rewards, which will be 15 Ultra Balls, an extra encounter with Squirtle, and 2 Silver Pineapple Berries, which instead of earning you 2 times the candy, you'll be getting 2.3 times the candy. And once completing step 4, you'll also be rewarded with 5,500 XP, a Blastoise encounter, and 3 rare candies. Moving into the tips and tricks, starting off with Mega Evolutions, you're going to want to go ahead and Mega or Primal evolve a water type. Some great examples that they provide here are Mega Slowbro, Mega Swampert, Mega Gyarados, Mega Blastoise if you already have one, and Primal Kyogre. And if you do choose to Mega Evolve a water type during Community Day, which I highly recommend, your rewards are going to be the following. For base level, you will get 1 bonus catch candy. For a high level Mega Evolution, you will get 1 bonus catch candy, 50 bonus catch XP, and a 10% boost to XL candy. And lastly, for a max level Mega, you will be getting 2 times the bonus catch candy, a 100 bonus catch XP, and a 25% boost boost to XL candy. Of course, remember that catch candy and catch XP bonuses only apply to Pokemon caught of the same type as your Mega and or Primal evolved Pokemon, so all of the Squirtles that are also water type. And as I had mentioned previously, you're definitely going to want to go ahead and use a Pineapple Berry whenever possible if you are catching Squirtle to get those extra candies, and if you do have a lot of 12-kilometer eggs on hand. Considering we have a 1/4 hatch distance during this event, I highly recommend that you try to hatch as many of those 12-kilometer eggs as you can if you are trying to get extra Stardust. Me personally, I usually put a star piece down during community days just so that I personally can farm Stardust as well. So if you do put down a star piece as well as hatch those eggs during this event, you will definitely be raking in the Stardust. Other than that, if you do want a couple of more basic level tips if you are just trying to enjoy the day and get a little extra boost here and there, don't forget to spin your Pokestops, because that is where you're going to get your field research tasks, which will also give you rewards like Great Balls, Ultra Balls, and Pineapple Berries, which, like I mentioned, use as many Pineapple Berries as you can during this event so that you can rake in that candy. Also, be sure to save your incense and your lures for once the event starts at 2 p.m. local time for you, so that they will last you the entire 3 hours. But there you have it. There is a couple of tips and tricks for what you can do during Squirtle Community Day Classic to make the most of the day. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.